you, Lieutenant Harville. You're excused. State's next witness.
Be G.L. Black.
All right.
Just turn back around. Normal use.
Your Honor, we'll have that separate piece of video, a different piece of video that we played. We'll have to provide that by digital or by disc.
Okay.
That'll be number 3.
Number 3. Yeah. Right.
If you face the clerk and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Please step up close to the mic. Speak directly into the mic.
Sir, would you please tell us your name?
Gerald Black.
And like spell the conventional way. I
Yes,
take it.
B-L-A-C-K.
Sir, by whom are you employed?
By Vanderbilt University.
And what are your current duties with Vanderbilt?
Currently, I am an Associate Dean of Students for the university
How long have you been with Vanderbilt University and all?
for about 5 years.
Okay. And were you working at Vanderbilt in the summer of 2013?
I was.
And what were your duties at that time?
At that time, I was an Assistant Dean of Students, as well as the Director of the Office of Student Conduct and Academic Integrity.
What did you do on a day-to-day basis to fulfill that position?
Essentially, I was the Chief Accountability Officer for students, so investigating and resolving violations of university policy.
All right. And being a university with policies, do those range from any sorts of not paying your parking tickets to run the gamut?
Sure, a range of both academic misconduct as well as non-academic misconduct, alcohol, drugs, physical altercations.
All right. And pursuant to your duties with Vanderbilt in that capacity, on or about June the 25th, did you have the occasion to speak with a young man named Cory Batey?
Yes.
And is that person here in court today?
Yes.
Could you point to him, describe perhaps something he's wearing or where he's sitting?
Sure, he's on the far side in the gray suit.
As the record reflected, he has indicated Mr. Batey. Now, without going into any detail necessarily of what you had been told or anything, but was there an investigation pursuant to the Vanderbilt University that you became involved in?
Yes.
Okay. And let me just ask, were you at that time, or now for that matter, involved as any type of law enforcement officer?
No.
Okay. Did you have any connection with law enforcement other than to be a part of Vanderbilt University?
No.
Okay. At the time that you interviewed and spoke with Mr. Batey, had you been in contact with any law enforcement agency?
No.
Okay. Now, as a result of the interview, where did you speak with Mr. Batey?
In my office on campus.
On campus. And again, not being law enforcement, was there any sort of reading of his rights or anything like that that you go through?
No, we informed the students that we had concerns and wanted to ask them some questions about their activities over the weekend.
Okay. And when you say they, in the plural, who are you talking about?
We interviewed 9 students, I believe, on that day.
All right. And do you recall approximately what time of it? Was it morning, evening?
It was in the evening. I believe they came to our office at around 5 p.m.
Okay. And again, using the term "they," was this all 9 of the individuals?
Yes, that's right.
And how did you arrange to have them come to your office?
We met earlier in the day with representatives from the athletics department, and they indicated that their afternoon activities would be concluded and that they would bring them over after that.
Okay, now we're using a lot of "theys," but
Sorry.
so the athletic department arranged to have the individuals you wanted to speak.
That's correct.
All right. And did all of those individuals show up?
Yes.
Do you recall specifically what order Mr. Batey was in that group of 9?
Not specifically.
Okay. First, middle, last, any?
I know we spoke with,
Your Honor, he said he doesn't specifically remember, and now he's trying to...
Okay.
Well, no, I was just following up on that because could you put it in any context of first, middle, last?
I do know that we interviewed Mr. Batey, Mr. Banks, Mr. McKenzie, and Mr. Vandenburg last.
Okay. So out of the 9, he was one of the last 4.
That's right.
Okay. Now, tell us about procedure. Was he by himself when you spoke with him?
He was.
Okay. And where were the 9 individuals prior to you speaking to individual number 1?
They were in a conference room in our office area.
Okay. All around together?
Yes.
Okay. Was that monitored video,
There was
cameras like we have here in the courtroom?
there was a representative from the athletics department with them.
Okay. So, as one by one, interviewed him, got down to Mr. Batey, whether he was 6, 7, 8, or 9. What did you tell him?
I told him that we had some concerns about something that may have occurred over the weekend and that we'd like to ask him some questions about his activities and whereabouts, and for him to answer the questions where possible, and if he didn't know, that was fine as well.
Okay. Now, Mr. Blake, let me ask you, prior to speaking to Mr. Batey, had you seen any video?
Yes. Yes.
What had you seen?
On Monday, which would have been June 24th, 2013, I received a phone call and an email from the Office of Housing and Residential Education notifying me that they had gathered a few...
Well,
Okay.
hey, you received notification.
Yes, received notification that the Access and Security team had located a few potentially concerning video clips while they were reviewing footage.
Yeah, you have to be careful about what they told you.
Yes.
You know,
And Judge,
you received the video.
Right.
it's hard to see.
Yeah, see the screen, I had to move it because I couldn't see the jury, part of the jury.
No. Based upon information, did you view any videos?
Yes.
And what did you view? What did you see?
On Monday evening, I reviewed a series of video clips that contained footage of a woman who appeared to be passed out or in some similar state being carried into a residence hall on the campus by several male individuals.
All right. Now, without playing this again, I'm trying to avoid repetition, but did you recognize on site any of those individuals?
No.
Okay. So, take it, that was Monday night, 24th.
That's correct.
Okay. And you fair to say on Tuesday you were trying to figure out who they were?
Yes, on Tuesday, that's when we met with some representatives from the athletics department who assisted in identifying some of the individuals on the video.
Okay. And that's where I was sort of going. You watched it, got help from the athletic department. All right, that's fine. What did you do after you viewed it?
After I viewed it, nothing on Monday evening. On Tuesday, engaged in the conversations with the folks from athletics as well as some other individuals to identify the other students, and then crafted the plan for them to come to our office later that afternoon for meetings.
Okay. And what I'm trying to get around to is identifying the individuals. Were you able to identify the female?
We did not identify the female until during the course of the meetings on Tuesday evening.
Okay. So was she one of the 9?
No.
All right. Back to the meeting on the 25th. At that time, had you seen any cell phone videos or images?
No.
Did you know that any even existed at that time?
At what point?
On the 25th when you were speaking to these 9?
No.
Okay. So, back to Mr. Batey. When you met with him, told us what you said to him, did he provide you with any, shall we say, document of his own writing?
He did write a brief statement after I spoke with him.
Okay. The council has that a long time ago, but
Can we get a copy of
You can show it.
I don't know how many copies, more copies they need, but no, this is fine.
Are you asking for the state to provide you a copy? Well, I mean, of course you get a chance to look at it.
Considering that it's already in evidence, but here's 20 copies. Now, if I could have this passed to the witness. Ms. Black, would you take a look at that and see if that appears to be a copy of the statement Mr. Batey wrote out for you on June 25th,
It does.
2013?
It does.
All right. Now, I would tender that as the next number exhibit. I believe we're up to number 3 at this point, and
Number 4.
oh, number 4. That's right. I'm sorry. And place it on our new courtroom technology by someone who knows how to work it. And if I could perhaps have another copy passed up to Mr. Black for so long.
All right, although he'll have a screen. If
That's
that's
right, just in case. Okay. Thank
You're
you.
gonna have to pull it in, it's focus in on it. Yeah, there we go.
Down a little bit and.
That's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, you could focus a little bit better.
Now focus in on it. That's better.
All right. Okay. All right. If you would, sir, would you just please read that into the record?
Sure. Saturday night began at a friend's dorm in East. Following the gathering, I left with friends to my dorm building. After hanging at Gillette with friends, we decided to leave. As we were downstairs dropping off my friend, my teammate Brandon arrived with what looked to be a drunk female. He asked for my assistance, and I helped him carry her to his room. After we laid the girl on the floor, I left to meet my girlfriend, and we stayed the night there.
Signed by Mr. Batey.
Yes.
All right. Did you provide him with any of the information that was in that or tell him what to write?
No.
Now, during this same meeting, was there a tape recorded interview made with Mr. Batey?
Yes, prior to his writing the statement.
Okay. And again, I believe council should have many copies of this, but there's 3 if I could. If I could ask these 2 items be passed up, the CDR and transcript. Mr. Black, does that appear to be a CD of what purports to be the taped interview with Mr. Batey?
Yes.
And the transcript, would you just look through that page by one page after the other until you've looked at all of them? And have you seen this transcript before?
Yes.
Okay. And does it appear to be a true, or at least fair and accurate transcription of what is contained on the audio, the CD?
Yes.
Now, was this audio or video or just audio?
Just audio.
Okay. Your Honor, I would tender this essentially as a collective exhibit and ask to be allowed to pass out transcripts with, I know Your Honor's cautionary instruction, so that the jury will have the transcript to
All right.
follow along.
As he pointed out, I always instruct the jury, the transcript is a guide to help you follow along. The CD is the actual evidence. So consider the CD the evidence, not the transcript. The transcript is just a guide to help. Okay?
General Moore, did you mark the statement as number 4?
Yeah, he did.
Yes. Although even 4 exhibits already was out, had the wrong number.
I apologize. Any latest to that CD?
What?
I don't believe any foundation was latest to the CD.
I think-
Where it come from or proper, was it?
Well,
we don't know anything about that.
Well, I think he did ask the witness if he was familiar with the CD, and is that in fact the CD
And
of
one that's
the...
been provided to counsel years ago.
Well, Your Honor, I don't really matter of how long we had it. I'm asking if this witness is the proper person to get it in. And I'm just asking if the proper foundation has been laid.
Right, if he's the one who conducted the interview, yes, he is.
And that's what I thought I'd ask several times. Were you, but I'll ask again, were you the person sitting in and conducting the interview?
Yes.
Okay. And when it says man, because the jury will assume eventually get their copies, are you the man?
Yes.
And on the transcript where it says Cory, would that be Mr. Cory Batey?
Yes.
And we need it back. And we need the disc.
Right, you can actually play it on that system now.
Well, I'm not sure we're going to trust the system.
Well, previously, we could not play it on our system, but with this new system, we're supposed to be able to do so.
We're going to give it a try. It's,
You have to, okay.
this is the first time.
Well, there'll be a lot of firsts this week with respect to this system.
And I apologize, we may have to test the sound level.
Right. Did you put in the CD?
Yes, sir.
Sir, it takes a little time to come up. Well, there will not be any video, Mr. Jones. It'll only be audio. Tell you what, we're close enough where we can take a 10-minute break, which will allow you time to get this thing up and running. So we'll just take a 10-minute break, okay? All rise. Okay.
I told Mark to get a chair and sit there this whole time.